Hello all, Project Wargaming here with a new video on what I have been working on over the last couple of weeks. Been kind of busy, so I haven't been able to post any videos, but in that time period we also had to do some research on what was really going to happen for a 8th grade trip that I was planning with our school. And we were going to go to First Manassas, but because of various circumstances with the pandemic and trying to find bus drivers is pretty tough right now. So we had to go with a different service. That means that we have to change up our schedule a bit so that they have enough time to rest on their way out. So what that means is, instead of doing First Manassas on the trip, we're going to do Gettysburg. I'm not terribly disappointed by that. I'm excited to go to Gettysburg again. Went last summer. And very excited to do that again. So anyways, what we're going to do is to help my 8th graders kind of understand Gettysburg a bit and get them hopefully to really enjoy the visit more. We're actually going to play a 2mm ACW game the first day of Gettysburg with them. So we'll be doing some teaching lessons with them and working through that, and then also we will play this game. So what that means is I need to make the scenario up for them. I need to get all that stuff together and actually make a map board. So the way I'm going to do that is very similar to what I did with the Battle for Alexandria. I'm just going to use this cloth. I think this is like a flannel, cotton flannel, that I just easy to purchase on Amazon. And I'm going to use this as my base. I'm going to draw the details onto that. I should be able to even put simple labels and stuff on here just to help the kids understand where those parts are on the battlefield and what they're looking at when we actually show up to do the tour. So cloth will go over top of layered hills underneath. That way we get some three-dimensional, and then also I will use things to represent orchards and forests and those sorts of areas. So that is the plan here. So got some of this on order, but while I'm waiting for that to arrive, I'm working on the actual map itself. So since we're just going to be doing the first day of Gettysburg, I'm primarily going to do this square here. Each one of these squares is represents about 18 inches on the table, which is of course basically a mile based on the scale that they have here. So I will then take this area here, kind of blow that up to make what we need to do. So it might stretch out to here, push it a little bit there, with Rock Creek kind of being the edge on this side, and Willoughby Run being the edge over here on this side. So it's not going to be exact in these squares, but it'll be pretty close. I'll probably push this a little bit farther up north, but basically we'll have a 5 foot by 5 foot square on the table itself, representing a roughly 3 by 3 square miles. So get all that in there. I'll have to get some of the buildings and things like that created for the town of Gettysburg, railroads and things like that. So that'll be interesting to do. To get the details, actually, I'm going to try to even draw out some of the fields that were there and present on the battlefield. Not that that's really going to affect at the 2mm scale level, because we're going to be playing a brigade scale game, so the kids can run through it fairly fast. But I'm going to use the Bradley M. Gottfried books, Maps of Gettysburg. If you've never seen these books, I highly recommend them. They're great books. Just tons of information. They're in color, but it tells you basically the different crops that are in the fields. It'll tell you even like what kind of fence is there. Is it wormwood? Is it snake rail? Is it post and fence? Post and rail? Is it stone fence? So just some amazing information really that are contained in these books. Disposition of troops, and then your general hill shapes as well. So on my visit last year to Gettysburg, I took tons of pictures particularly around the first day, because the first day is, I think, the fascinating. It's really, for me, the battle itself. I'm biased because the area that we live in is the area that 19th Indiana was recruited in. Solomon Meredith, who was the commander of the Iron Brigade at Gettysburg, lives just down the road from us. Well, he lived just down the road from us, so we can go see his grave, and there's some kind of historic sites and then some murals down that way. So that will hopefully help the kids to connect a little bit more to this as well, knowing that the town they live in had people who actually were there at the battlefield in this area in particular. So so that's the plan. Just going to try to do the first day at Gettysburg, try to get the map all laid out. I'll probably, once I get this done, I need to paint up just a few little Union cavalry troops to add into my my collection of 2mm painted troops already. And then I'll probably do a test play with Dad, maybe a friend, just to run through it and see how fast it really takes to do this, so that we can get together and have the kids play this in a normal amount of time, probably during a school day. So I doubt the principal is going to let us take a whole day to just play this game out. So anyways, that is the plan to do the first day at Gettysburg. So my next series of videos is just going to be me working through on how to make this map and translating it from these maps into tabletop. So that's it. We'll talk to you later.